Welcome. My name is Miss Lynette. I'm here for all things abacus, and we are getting ready. How is it going? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I've been teaching abacus for about 21 years. Okay, so there we go. Hello, Alyssa. How's it going?
Good. Can you hear me?
I can't.
Okay, I'm gonna have to turn up my volume because I can't hear you. So,
Oh, let me check my volume. Here, how's that? Is that better?
well, I think I just need to turn myself up and then
Really?
I think I'll hear. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. Great. Because sometimes Zoom like puts it in and be like, you know what, you're too loud. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes my Zoom, the thing will adjust. So, okay. So you can you not comment in the community anymore? Because I looked at it and it looks like you can.
Let me see if I can go there.
Okay.
I can comment, but
Or you can't post?
it won't let
That's
me publish.
that's
There
very
is
interesting.
there's a circle with a line through it. And so I don't know if it has to do with my end or not, but and so that's why I emailed you instead. That
Right,
long
right.
email. Sorry, it was
Yeah.
kind of long. So,
It's good. It's good. It was good because it's like, oh, okay. But I'm surprised that you cannot. Oh, you know what? Maybe try a different one. Um,
what do you
maybe
mean?
I don't know where. Yeah, depending on the channels, maybe that's the problem. I don't know.
Well,
I think you should be able
the
to.
other thing that I notice is that hi Elisa, it will be gray looking. It will not be like black. So
Really?
I
Maybe you
don't
need to log
let
out
me
and log back in.
do you mean like log out officially and then come back in and put all my stuff in? I don't know.
No, no, no. Yeah, not huh, not put all your stuff back in, just log out and then log back in. Maybe you're not logged in.
Uh, I am because it shows my icon
Oh, it does?
picture.
Okay.
Yeah, it shows my profile picture.
With the duck?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep, that's a
Yeah.
real duck. I was holding a little duck.
Yeah. Where did you
Mm.
find this duck?
I went to a farm. Abram was doing a class out there, and maybe he would touch a duck now, but back then he didn't want to touch any
Oh,
animal.
really?
Uh-uh. So, well, why won't I go to it while I'm having see if it.
It's okay. So we're
Okay,
here. We can talk about it later. So
that
we're
sounds good.
here. There was this one question that you mentioned. This was a very interesting question. It is this one right here, right?
Yep.
And so here's a couple of I don't know the premise of the curriculum that you're going through. So the question is did they teach how to do this?
Let me get my one book and see. Uh, let's see where would I need to get way more prepared, but I have the practice guide. This is the chapter. Okay, let me see because it said what are the concepts in here? So we are going to, I think it's chapter 3 with addition.
Right.
Um, when I look at that problem, I feel that they're showing multiple things in there, and I tried to look and see if they had something similar in the book here. Um, let me go to it here. There was
Okay.
comparing.
Because my question is it's not as simple if you're learning how to do this, it's not as simple as just answer the question kind of a thing. And my question is do they actually show them step by step?
Um, that's what I'm trying to look at. See.
Okay.
Um, because it's teaching you multiple things in there. There's multiple
Yes.
concepts in there. Um, let me go to my other. Well, here is an example where they have 49 plus 49 plus 49 plus 49, 49 plus 49. If you look at that, that's 9 cents. This is 9 cents, 19, 29, 39, 49, and 99. And
Right.
so what they would probably be showing you how to do is repeated addition. So if you have 6 pencils, one way of doing that is you can either go 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9,
Right.
or
9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. Yep. Plus 9 plus 9. Yep.
so what they do is, for example, with that 49, they say um, it's a lot easier to add 50s than 49s. Okay.
Right.
So they will do 50 plus 50 plus 50. So they would do 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. And then you would subtract one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You would subtract 6 after that.
Right.
That's what they would have you do. And I think that's kind of what the concept was here for here.
Yes.
Um, and maybe I should have done that, round up to 30. But at the same time, I'm seeing multiplication here. There's 6
Yes.
pencils and it's 9 cents. So 6 times 9 would be, because after a while, you can do the repeated addition on the abacus, but after a while, you would go to multiplication.
Yes.
So, but Abram, what happened when he started to add the nines, he kind of got, we did the folder one
Okay.
where you have 29. Um, yep, 29, 29. And the answer is 150, no, 145. But what he kept on getting was 200. There was something that he was not, 250 is what he was getting. I don't know. There was some, but he was messing up. He was having a hard time keeping track
On the abacus.
on the abacus. You
Okay.
know,
Did you write it out like this?
no, I don't think I wrote it out. I thought I did.
Okay.
I thought I did write it out. Yes, I did. I wrote it out. And what I did,
Vertical like this or horizontal?
I think I did it horizontal.
Okay.
That might have been the mistake. So probably doing it this way would have been better.
Yeah.
Even I had to do it several times because the formula is pretty much plus the 10 minus 1 until you get to a certain point. Then you're using a different formula.
No, you're
So
using the same formula, but you're using the 5.
yeah, you okay, yeah. So I had to slow down and I had to keep track. Um, And then the other time I thought, okay, well, Abram, we could do, I had that written out, and then I had 30 written out, 30 plus 30 plus 30, five
Right,
times.
right,
Then we minus 5.
right.
I didn't even get to show him the multiplication on that because he did not want anything to do it with it at all.
Right.
Um, so, but yeah, it was once and my biggest problem is that I should have just let him continue to do what he was doing and let him just follow through and getting it wrong. Um, but of course I didn't. I was like, nope, that's not the right answer. So, so I would like to kind of show this, and then every time we go back to this, he gets really overwhelmed. He's like, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, but really, let's do the pencils and solve the pencils, and then we'll go back another day and do the folders. And
Okay. What's the concept that what they're trying to teach? They're trying to teach how to round up?
I really don't know.
Okay.
Does it say in the picture that I sent you?
Nope. All it says was use this table to write it out. That's it.
Yeah, well, they weren't very, very specific in that. Huh?
Yeah. So there's a few things. There's a few things that I was looking at. My question would be like maybe you do this later. Because I was trying to break it down I don't know specifically the curriculum, but if I was to teach this, these are the steps I would take. And it's kind of like, it's kind of big. It's kind of a lot.
Oh,
You know what I mean? So what I would do, there's a lot of information here, and that's why I feel like he would be overwhelmed. That's my opinion. Of course, take it with a grain of salt, but I wouldn't be teaching this until he understood the multiplications, which I broke it up to here.
oh my
Because
gosh.
he needs to understand multiplication. Is that the concept?
Well, I thought that he might have been able to do this because on your second grade book, we did the repeated addition plus 9. It
Okay,
was the
right.
it was
It
your
was a
color
color
by
by number.
number.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that. And
Okay.
he noticed, first of all, he noticed some patterns. I said, Abram, when you look at the numbers, what do you notice? And I said, your product, the 1 and the 8 also equals 9.
Right. Good.
Um, and he was able to keep track of how many nines he was adding. He did great. He added it all.
That's fantastic.
And now I have to remember that just because he's done this repeated addition, color by number doesn't necessarily mean that he's mastered it. He's
Correct.
learning it.
Correct.
So,
I would wait on this. That's what I would do. Like this specific activity, the way it is here, I would wait on it
okay.
until he becomes really comfortable and understand that 6 times 9 is equal to 9. 6 times 5 is equal to 6 times 9 is equal to 54.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you have 6 pencils
Right.
and they're
So
each
here,
nine cents.
right. So what I did was I was trying to break down like, obviously conversation is better than text, but what I would do is if I when I break it out, this is what I would do. Okay, we're looking for 6 pencils. One, take a look at the chart. That's one concept that he understands, right? How to read the chart. I changed the pricing here to make it single digit because once you get to double digit, it gets really confusing real quick. So that's the one of the updates that I would have done. I would have kept this single digit. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's why you're saying what was their purpose.
Yeah. What's the
Okay.
purpose of getting them to do this double digit? Because what I would do here is this double digit, this would be a great exercise to do distributive property. But the problem is the numbers are all going to be different. Because when we do distributive property, we do 9 times 6. This is 6 pencils, right? So we do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
When we do 19 times, we don't do pens, we do folders. When we do 29 times 5, we're doing distributive property. We're doing 5 times table, 5 times table.
Mm-hmm. And I thought he
Right?
would be able to do that because first of all, he knows what 5 times 2 is. He knows what 5 times 9 is. The part that he is not very familiar, and I tried to explain it to him, is that we have a leading 0 in front when it's no, not with that
No, we
one.
don't. Not here. This
Not
is fine.
here. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That one's fine.
I wouldn't teach him that yet.
Okay.
Go on.
Uh,
So did you show, so you tried to show him this?
I tried to show him that I did. I didn't get even I got as far as how many digits are in this the 29 to and 5. How many digits? I got
Right?
as far as that.
Okay.
And then
And he
after that,
said,
I don't want to do it.
okay. But leading into it, they're leading into it, focus on what you're trying to teach.
Okay.
So is it trying to teach him how to do repeated addition, or are you trying to teach him how to do multiplication? Because when you start mixing everything, that's when it gets really overwhelming.
I guess what I was trying to show him that you can choose to add, but I was trying to show him that multiplication is the next step to making it easier to
Have him go through this step without doing multiplication. Get him to be really tired and annoyed before you show him something faster.
oh, okay. I
Or just show him the faster way, which is multiplication. But and then it goes back to, does he understand concepts like, I want him to draw out 9 pencils? How many does he know? If I'd said 6 pencils equals to how many cents, does he know that he has to draw out 6 pencils?
I think so.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? So if I draw out 6 pencils, I'm just going to do line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are my pencils. Does he know, if I say how much does each pencil cost? Each pencil costs 9 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So then what would it look like when we added it all together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add it all together, right? So take it slow. 9, right? And then 9 plus 9 is equal to 18, plus the 10 minus the 1. So you plus the 10 minus the 1, plus the 10 minus the 1. We do it again, plus the 10 minus the 1, plus the 10 minus the 1. We do it again, plus the 10 minus 1, plus the 10 minus the 1. We're at 36. We do it again, plus the 10 minus the 1, plus the 10 minus the 1. This is where it gets funny, right? Because he needs to know what? Plus the 10 minus 1 can also needs to be plus 1 is equal to plus 5 minus 4. And
There you
then,
go. There, yeah, that's where it changed. Yep.
and then minus 1 is equal to minus the 5 plus the 4, minus the 5 plus the 4. He needs to be really strong in his formulas to understand repeated addition, right?
Aha. Okay. And that's
Even though
probably
he,
why he was flustered. And
yes,
okay, there were because okay, did you? Oh, so there is 3 of them there. Oh, it's kind
yes,
of getting bright. Okay,
yes.
there. So
There's
because
this
there's
one. Yes. There's this one right here, which is this one. And then there's this one right here, which is this one.
oh wow.
So, because it's 45. Add the 5 is plus the 10 minus the 1. Plus the 10 minus the 1.
Wow, Lynette, you're amazing. I like how you broke this totally down.
Yeah, thank you.
That is amazing.
So this is what I would do. I would start with multiplication if you wanted to show him multiplication. If you just want to show him repeated addition, just show him repeated addition. Don't combine the two, because that's when it gets, that's the problem with mainstream math, is they start combining too many things at once, step by step.
They
So
never
if you
gave,
just,
yeah, they never gave the instructions there. What I think this had to do with addition, but I'm the one that kind of thought, okay, let's show you how to. I like
so
how you did that.
so here, I will send this to you. So here, 3 markers. You have to, he needs to know what this means. So how many markers do you draw? So he needs to draw, hopefully he's not watching. No cheating. So 1, 2, 3. He needs to know he has to draw 3 markers. How much does each marker cost? Well, this is where you look at the chart. Looking at the chart is another skill, right? He needs to know this is a marker, this is 49 cents. So 49 cents, right? Then it says label each marker. So I would go back to here and to be, okay, 49 plus 49 plus 49, right? I want you to write the repeated addition here. So you could do it you do it horizontal. I think I'd do it vertical. I'd probably change
Vertical
that.
is so much easier.
Yeah, I'm going to change that, but it's fine. So then we do it vertical. So maybe we do it 2 ways. We do this way and we do this way, right? So then they were like talking about round to the nearest 10. And I'm like,
Where did it say round to the nearest 10?
it didn't. I was thinking about the process that I would show if I was to do this. And I realized that that's like, it's a lot of like, it's a lot of cognitive thinking here that he might not be ready. And that's why I was like, what is the point of this?
Oh.
That's why I would wait. If you could, I would wait on showing him that part, but I would have him do this. So let's do it. So we did 49, so 49, right?
Mhm,
Use
mhm.
the abacus to line it up. I'm going to add the next one. So I had 40, I add 9. Add 40. Tell me.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no, we're doing okay.
Yeah,
So you would
just tell me,
add the 4, 5 minus 1,
right? And then plus the 9
9, plus the 10 minus 1.
minus 1.
Yep.
So then we do it again. So you
Mhm.
notice I use my abacus to line it up.
Yep.
So that helps the focus.
Okay.
And then we want to add
Uh,
49.
so 4 plus the 10 minus 6, and then
And
9
then,
plus the 10 minus 1
yep. So then my answer becomes 147.
for what? Oh, yes, 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 100%. Yeah, because we did 3 times. Okay,
Yeah.
I was so used to adding 29. I'm like, why are we not adding 3 more? Okay, yeah, we're on a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we're on the markers. I changed it
Yeah.
up.
So you did it. Did you do a separate sheet for each one of those?
Yes.
You did?
Yes. But I
Oh,
don't know. I would not do this. I would, if you want him to show a multiplication, but then the problem is I wouldn't mix it up either. I would change it because this is the 9 multiplication. This one is 7 multiplication. So now you're combining everything. What I would do is do all 9s. So I do everything that's 9. So I do
oh.
5, I do 6 pencils, 5 pencils, 4 pencils, 3 pencils, 2 pencils, or whatever. I would change this up. So it always be the multiples of 9. That's what I would do.
Oh, just for the pencil part.
Well, or just change all of this. How many pencils? If I made this, if I said 6 pencils, this would all be 9s. Yeah. Or you just do this as a pencil part. Yeah. So yeah,
I
just,
see. Well, that's why the other thing that he noticed in your abacus assignment. Oh, I gotta go back to it. He noticed that when you did it, that there was four, I don't know where it is. I gotta find it. It was on a sheet of paper that you had done. And he caught on with the pattern because
Good.
you kept it with nines. I'll have to find it because I
It's very systematic. There's patterns to
yes.
everything. Math is all about patterns. Don't go to a new pattern until he understands and he masters one pattern.
Uh-huh.
That's what I would do. Doing this, there's too many patterns and you're learning too many things at once. So here, I slowly introduce. So here, I want you to write the multiplication fact. What would be the multiplication fact that we did right here? What
Nine
would this
times
be?
six.
6 times 9. Six
Six.
times 9, right? Because it's 6 pencils times 9,
Oh yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can write the and then draw the arrays for 6 times 9 or 9 times 6. So then he sees 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 6. So I want him to draw and see it, right? So then this becomes 9 times whatever, 6 times 9. Oh, I see. I got to make more squares. I got to make more squares to accommodate the 9 times 6 because I don't have enough, right? So he gets to see the area model. He gets to see the box model of what it means. We have 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So he needs to know that this means 6 squares and 9 squares will give you 54 squares,
Uh-huh.
right? So then
Uh-huh.
I'm going to change this so then the boxes are smaller so I can accommodate the 9 times table, 9 times 6. So he knows that
Uh-huh.
this will be cumulative, right? He knows that 6 times 9, 9 times 6, right?
Yeah.
What happens when we flip the numbers? How many items do we draw? If we flip the numbers, what does that mean? If we flip the numbers, what does that mean? How many items do we draw?
Oh, so you're saying 9 items.
9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they are 9 and we flip it, how much would it cost?
6 cents.
Yeah, 6 cents. This is what I would do. So we do 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and then we do it again, right? Write the repeated addition. 6 plus 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 6. I'm so tired. Okay, then you start memorizing. You know what I mean? The reason why I show them the repeated addition because I want them to get tired and I want them to be like, you know what? I'm just going to memorize it because it's so much easier. But you get them to do this because it's a pain in the butt.
Well, we'll do that, even doing that on the abacus. It's not that
Exactly.
he's seeing the relationship of what the six does.
Good.
So there, because okay, that same lady that we used for where she was showing how to do her division,
Yeah.
she found patterns when you're multiplying. So, like for example, when you do your twos,
Yeah.
that's your doubles, okay? But then your fours, then it's doubled, added again.
Yeah.
So she shows you the patterns in the multiplication. Um, when you're doing a problem like what you're doing, where you flip it, it helps them to see because in compute in it's what is it called cumulative
Commutative properties.
yeah,
Yep.
where you flip it. When you're if you're doing a story problem like this, you really need to know what they're actually specifically talking about. When you're
Right.
just doing a regular arithmetic, it's the answer is going to be the same.
Right.
6 times 9, 9 times 6. Um, this is amazing. I mean, and And my biggest thing is I gotta tell myself when we're working on a problem, we're gonna only set a timer for so long. You don't need to finish this all in one sitting. You go back to it. You do like one even small chunk, even if you said how many, just do that part, and then go and uh,
Yeah, I don't I don't think it's the timer problem. I think it's the amount of concepts you're trying to do at one given time.
yes, you're right.
I think that is the biggest. I feel like that would be the biggest problem for, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I would be careful on I'd be careful on the concepts that are being taught. It's one, see, that's the one thing, like I don't, as a as a as a person who builds a curriculum, I don't know, sometimes we forget that we are so we have mastered it so much that we ourselves will forget there's smaller steps to get there.
Mm.
And so me as a different person looking at something, I'd be like, that's where I'm coming in. I'm coming in as, how am I going to teach this and why would I teach it? The biggest thing is, why are we teaching it? I mean, it's a great concept. I'm not I'm not I'm not knocking it. It's a great concept, but this might be a little bit more advanced because there's a lot of things that's happening here. So
And you
this,
took that and broke it down
yeah,
even further. Okay, so
right.
sometimes we feel like we're the taskmaster, okay, and we want to push them to do this, and this, and sometimes you need to just slow down, just practice that small part, and then
Yes.
their brain is ready to
Yes,
do the next
because they
part.
have that pattern in there and it's grooved in, right?
Yeah,
So like, for as an adult looking at it, I was like, okay. But then when I break it down, how would I teach it to a 5-year old? How would I teach it to even Abram is as old as he is? We still need to break it down to, because he's still just a kid. We want to
yeah.
push him, that's fine. But the problem is you can't skip the steps.
And this shows
Rounding,
this, and they didn't have these steps in there. They just
yeah,
said, here's a chart and
and
complete
figure
it.
it out. That's
Yeah.
that, yeah. So I truly believe in, I think it's called explicit teaching. Just like how we learn language, you repeat after me. You know what I mean? Like my youngest son, he has problems with pronouncing. So I would say, you know, pronounce this like this, right? So I keep repeating it till he gets that pronunciation correct. Then we move on.
Hmm.
It's I feel like it's the same way when I teach math. Understand the pattern, and then we will move on. But nearing, yeah, so here, round to the nearest 10. Okay, so if I rounded the nearest 10, this becomes 50, right?
Hmm.
So then write the equation. So it'd be 50 plus 50 plus 50 is equal to 150, right?
Hmm.
So, oh, sorry, here. Uh, oh, sorry. This is 49 plus 1 is equal to 50. That's what I'm looking for here. How did I round this up? So this is what this is, right? So
Yeah,
then here,
how do you make it 10
yeah, it's like, how do I make it? Yeah, make 10.
with,
How?
yeah,
Yeah,
with 49
right.
plus,
So then
okay.
here, write the repeat addition with the rounded cost. So this is 50 plus 50 plus 50 is equal to 150, right? So
Hmm.
notice it's too much. So I even mention it. Do you notice that there's too much? Because what's the real number? The real number is 147. So they need to understand what? They need to understand you can either do 150 minus 147 will equal 3. So that means you added a 3, or you do 1 5 and you minus 3, because what you did here is you added 1 extra. But see, this concept right here, I don't know. I don't know if I don't, it would be a lot later just because because this would be something like a strategy once he understands like what rounding is and what it means to round.
He did a little bit of something like that earlier, but I
Yeah, a
gotta
little
remember
bit.
just because he
Yeah.
did it earlier doesn't mean he remembers it. And so
Either
you're
he
going back
remembers
and
it
review.
or he understands what's going on. But that's what I'm saying is like there's a lot of thinking on this that he may or may not be ready for. And I'm not saying that he's slow. I'm just saying that as a child, I think it's still a lot. I mean, when
Mhm.
I was trying to break it down, I'm like, this, I mean, because we already know it, right? We already know, what we're trying to do. But as a child, not knowing, like, why am I learning this why am I learning it this way? Why do I need to know it now? Why can I know it later? Like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's an interesting thing. But then don't forget, I've been teaching for like 21 years. So then it would be like, oh, this is another way of doing it. Oh, okay, that's okay. But this is when I know my foundational, like I know my adding and subtracting, I know my multiplication. This is another way of mental math. So, and I think that's the one thing is like they want to get the kids to do mental math so quickly.
And define mental math, because I sit there and I watch Abram. He's sitting there. He's
This
just kind of
mental math.
staring at it, and then I'm trying to tell him, okay, Abram, when you use the abacus, that's also mental math, but you're not having your brain do
Hold the
so much
information.
work.
Yeah.
Um, because he was staring at it for like 5 or so minutes.
Yeah. When he stares at that long, that he's not thinking anything. He's just overwhelmed.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah. The
Um,
mental math is what I'm saying is the mental math is, oh, we round it up to 50, add it all together, and we minus 3. But that's
ah,
if you really know your numbers. That's really know the pattern.
I
He
like how you
doesn't
said
know
that.
he doesn't know the patterns yet, so he doesn't understand what he's trying to do here. It looks, oh, if I round, but in abacus we don't round up, right? We regroup. We do something very different. In abacus we regroup to 10. We don't round up to 10.
We we how do we regroup to 10?
Yeah, easy. So we regroup to 10. Plus the 1 is equal to plus the 10. This is the regrouping, minus 9.
Oh, okay, that's regrouping.
This is regrouping. Plus 2 is equal to plus the 10 minus 8. This is regrouping.
Oh,
Yeah. And what we do is we regroup and what's the other one? Borrow, regrouping, grouping, grouping, regrouping. Yeah, something like that. Whatever they use. Yeah, it's the terminology that they use. You know what I mean? Because what are we trying to do? If we had 8 on the abacus, let's do 8. If
okay.
I, oh, wait, hold on. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Let me, yeah, here it is. So let's do 8 on the abacus, right? And then I have my 10. So I want to add another 8. So obviously it's 8 plus 8, whatever. So I have 8 on the abacus, and then I have 8, right? Do I have enough to add 8? No, I don't. But what do I notice? I notice if I make this bottom number a 10, how do I do that? I need a plus 2. That 2 comes from here. I want to I want to make 2. So I have to minus 2 from here. That's why it's a minus 2, because what is it? 8 is equal to plus the 10 minus 2. So we take away the 2 here because we're going to bring this and we put it over here. You see that?
So that -2 actually goes into the tens column.
Yes. Yes. Now we have a 10.
Now
It
you
goes
have the
here.
10.
It goes here.
There's the 10. Okay, because you
And then
took,
we take away the 2.
and you have to subtract the 2 because technically, really, the 2 went over.
Yes.
Because when you're hitting that bar,
Yeah.
that means those 2 don't. They're, even though you see that you've taken them away,
Yes.
really they're
But
supposed to be over in the other column.
yes, that's what you're doing. You're taking these 2 and you're putting it to, this is what regrouping is. So that becomes 16.
Ah,
That's why we regroup.
okay. So because oh,
What?
oh, I like how you said that. Okay. Okay, cool. So the question is, when you take that 2 away, even though
Yeah.
you visually see that it's down at the bottom, really it's gone to the other.
Yeah. Because you can
Okay.
see what you're taking away. You take away what you see. I want to take away the 2, and now I've made a 10. So now I made a 10.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we're grouping. But
So my quick question. Okay, so those little brown parts that you see,
what brown parts?
you brought them. I'm overcomplicating it, so don't worry about it. I'm over analyzing it. Okay, we're good.
No, what? No, tell me. What brown parts?
Okay, so you have the green and the green, and then there's the sticks, or
Oh,
the
yeah, the
brown,
columns.
the
Yeah.
columns. There's the brown. That indicates that all those are gone, really. Those those
These.
threes that yeah,
Yeah.
the 3 on that's gone.
Oh, yeah.
That's what your
Yeah.
results are on the top. They're touching the the bar. What's that bar
Yeah.
called?
Horizontal bar or the beam?
Yeah, the beam. Because that's what your answer is.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I overcomplicated it. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. So
So
now I see what you're okay.
so going back, I mean, this is the why. The kids are not going to be like, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But it becomes so ingrained that they will just understand it and it'll be like, this is how we do it.
Mhm.
But as an adult, we're like, why? That's why. You take from what you can see.
Yeah.
So if we did this, 6,
Mhm.
and we add another 6, what is it? Plus 6 is equal to plus the 10
10
minus 4.
minus 4. And then the minus 4 is minus the 4 plus the 1. Minus 5 plus 1.
Right. Minus the 5 plus the 1.
So then you get 12. Okay, then we have plus the
Plus
6. That's
6.
easy.
Yep. And then we go to the next one, which is plus the 10.
Plus the 10 minus the 4. So you minus the 5 plus the 1. Get 24. Yep. Yep. And
Right.
then plus the 6 is plus the 10 minus the 4.
Mhm.
And then we go plus the 6. That doesn't have a formula. And then we go plus the 6 is plus the 10 minus the 4. Minus the 4 is minus the 5 plus the 1. And then now we go plus the 6. Wait. Are we at 48?
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're at
We
48.
don't have to add the formula there.
Yep, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Okay. Okay. Now we go, now this is different. So then now we gotta plus the 6 plus the 10 really is plus the 1, right? So
Yep.
it's
Minus the
plus the
plus the
5
5 minus
minus the 4.
minus the 4. Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
And then minus the 4. Minus 4 is equal to minus 5 plus 1. Minus the 5 plus the 1. This
Oh
is
yeah,
a
you
3
get
stepper.
60.
This is why I call it chaining, because it's no longer 2-step, it's 3 steps.
Okay, can we go back to the answer before that? So,
Oh, 48?
yeah, let's go back to 48 because I messed up.
Okay.
Okay, so you have 4 and you have 8, and we're adding the 6. Um, so
Plus the 10 minus the 4. Plus the 10.
plus the 10. Oh, so plus the 10
Plus the 10.
is plus the 5 minus the 4.
Yep. And then minus
And
4.
minus 4 is minus the 5 plus the 1.
Yeah. These minus 4 is 2 separate 4s. Pay attention to that. This 4 is different than this 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
I should do this. Yes.
one thing Avon was able to do is he went backwards and forwards. You know how you have
Good.
your minus 6 would
Yep.
give you 36. Your plus 6 at the 42 mark. Let's see,
Yep.
minus 6 that would give you 36.
Yep.
You plus 6 that would give you 48. He did that
Good.
with the 9.
Good. So,
Um,
yeah.
So what I have to tell myself is just because he's done that, that what I've done is given him exposure, and we
Yes.
want to give him repeated exposure.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
how do you know when they've mastered it? When they've mastered like the 9s? I know that he's mastered the 2s. At least I think he has. And that's why I thought, oh, he could do multiplication.
If he's
Because
mastered the 2s, did you get him to do the repeated addition? Did you get him to do the multiplication distribution property workbook?
I got him to do the repeated addition with the 2s.
No, no, no. The multiplication.
I have not been able to get him to do the multiplication yet. No.
Then he doesn't mastered it yet. If he doesn't want to do it, then he's not gonna. I wouldn't push him. Like if he can do this, can he do? Yeah.
Nope. He has not been able to do that.
Okay, then he's not mastered it
I see.
because he's
But what if he
scared.
gets, oh, he is scared. Okay, yeah. So what if he doesn't want to do the, because he's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And then he realized how easy, he's like, oh, it really isn't that bad doing the
Okay.
repeated addition. So do I just keep on getting him to do it on the abacus? What if he prematurely gets sick of it, but yet doesn't want to do this
Oh, I
multiplication?
see. So when that's the case, well, you know what I should what will happen is don't push it until he's feel comfortable with the rest of it then. I wouldn't push it because there's still like he's got 2, 4, he's got 2, 5, and 9. He still has the other ones that he needs to do. So
Mm-hmm.
I I wouldn't do like one and then there's one that's really good and then there's one that's kind of good and then there's like this is his level of confidence.
Mm-hmm.
What we're trying to do is we want to try to get them all the same before he goes to the next concept.
Okay.
So maybe you finish, maybe instead of, so if he has his 2 times table, great, then have him start doing the other numbers.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah,
Yeah,
don't
because
focus. Yeah.
okay, so I thought that he could actually start doing the multiplication since he knows all of his 2s, because the multiplication part would not be that hard. Or,
Yeah. Yeah. But it's the same thing with like giving him all the questions and specific questions, like how to make a 5, how to make a 10. The questions are very specific. You don't want to just give him all of the questions, and you don't want to just do all plus 5s and not do any plus 10s,
yeah,
right? You want to have a nice
mixture.
mixture.
So you're not on burnout mode.
Yeah, because don't forget the way I had the books, right? Like the way I had the books, it's all +5, then it's all -5. There's a little bit of mixing of the two, and then we go to +10s. This gets a little bit of these two, but we don't go into like the 2-step until you know these ones. It's the same thing with multiplication. +2, +5, +9. You got to keep going. That's why I was thinking about doing individual books.
Well, here's the thing that he did, even though he was frustrated. He didn't like toss Abacus out the window. He went and got his, Abram, did you get your +5 book? He went and got his +5 book and just started working in there.
Good. Good. Because it's something familiar, and it gives him like a
A boost.
reward.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, there you go. Okay. Yes, you're right.
Right? We got to build back our confidence. Like I know teaching something new, but go back to something that he understands. Go back to something he's familiar with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So continuing on, so this is what I keep like, there's still more. So this is the flip, right? And again, how much does each item cost? Each item cost 6 cents, right? So 6 cents. So then here it says write the multiplication factor with the number switched. So we did 9 times 6, right? And so here, oh yeah, and then here it says count the coins below. So he should have counted 54 coins, and then I wanted him to circle how many pencils can you buy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know I'm going to do this. So he starts to circle all of this. Do you see that?
Oh.
So then this is 1 pencil, this is 2 pencils, this is 3 pencils, this is 4 pencils, this is 5 pencils, this is 6 pencils, 6, this is 7, this is 8, and then this is 9. So he can get 9 pencils. So then update here, it'd be 6. So we know it used to be 8, it used to be 9, now it's 6.
Oh.
And then we go into repeated subtraction. So repeated subtraction means what? This is how much it costs. If we have 54 and we bought 1 pencil, what's the equation? So we know 54 minus 9. How many pencils do we have? 1 pencil.
Okay, if we have 54 cents and we bought 1 pencil, how much money do we have left? Write the equation. 54 minus 9.
Yep.
Oh. And then how many pencils do we have altogether? Oh, you only have 1 pencil. Okay,
Right.
So then you put how much change you have left, which
Yeah.
would be
45, right?
Oh.
So then here, so now we have 45. How many, do we have enough to buy another pencil? Write the equation. 45, yes. Right?
Plus 9.
Minus 9, because we're buying a pencil.
Oh, do you have
Repeated
enough to
subtraction.
buy? Oh.
Right? So how many pencils do we have now? We have 2 pencils. Right? Because this is 1 pencil, this is 2 pencils. Equals to what? 36?
36.
So then here, do we have enough to buy another pencil? Write the equation.
Yes.
36 minus 9. See, it's repeated subtraction. Answer is 27. We have 3 pencils. Do we have enough to buy another pencil?
Yes.
Yes. 27 minus 9 equals 18.
18.
Right? So we have 4 pencils. Now what we're doing is we're getting more pencils, but we're having less money.
Less money.
So you see
this
he can
exchange.
Yeah. Yep. Right? So do we have enough to buy another pencil? Yes. 18 minus 9. So now we have 5 pencils.
Huh.
Do we have enough to buy another one? Yes, because
Yes.
that's 9. We have 9 left. 9 is equal to 0. So we have 6 pencils. Is there enough to buy another one? Yes or no? No, we do not
No.
have enough to buy,
Huh.
right? Because we don't want to go in debt. So,
I love it. We don't want
so
to borrow.
yeah, we don't want to borrow. So then that would be, and then what happens? We do it again, but this time we're doing the 6 times table. See, that's where it's kind of like they would really need to know his 6 times tables. So that's why it's just, yeah, it's just one of those things.
How
So you
did
do
you?
repeated addition and you do it again, but this time it's 6 cents.
I would have never ever thought. How did you think of all of this?
I this is, I don't know. This is what I've been toiling around with my head. Like, how do I going to explain multiplication? So that's why I enjoy your questions, because then I can really explain what I'm trying to do.
But you really okay. So Lynette, you really applicafied this problem.
I I don't know if it's abacafy. It could, you know what? It could be abacafy because I break it down into really smaller steps, and that's what abacus is. Abacus is all about small steps.
Yeah, this is fabulous. Holy cow. Oh,
So I was, if you're looking for the 9 times table, I could do it for the 9 times table, but I don't want to introduce, we could do 5 folders and get, we could do that too, right? Do the 5 times table, do the 9 times table and the 2 times table. I could do that. That's not a problem.
yeah. I thought that he basically he knows his two times, he knows his 10, and he's learning his nines. So yeah, wow, this is amazing. I just have to tell myself this. This is I'm not the taskmaster to that sends the whip saying you got to do this. You need to go where his level is at, and and you just do one concept at a time.
Yeah, trying to really figure out what the concepts are is a
What are you teaching, basically? What
what
were they?
yeah, it's what and why, like why are we teaching that? But the biggest thing as a parent looking at other people's curriculum, I would really question what is the point of this and how am I supposed to, because I think that's the one problem with curriculums is they don't
They build
increment.
it without having the child in mind. They
Yes, they build it without the child in mind, but also the level of understanding.
they miss
Because
parts. They
yeah,
miss the explanation of parts. I mean, you totally broke that down into the minute. Uh,
yeah,
if there's any lack of understanding, they won't have it with the way you thoroughly gone through that, what they're actually supposed to look at and do. I mean, you broke it down. So,
yeah. I'm giving them a thought process. Follow my thought process. Once you understand it, you can do whatever you want. But you just like anything that we do, what do they say? Mimic imitation is the best form of learning, right? We imitate everything. If you've noticed, we imitate everything. He imitates you, you imitate him. Imitation happens because it's part of humans, right? So if I show you the way I think, you can build off of that.
mhm,
Just like parenting. Whatever mistakes that I've done in my life, I will tell my kids so hopefully they can learn from my mistakes.
mhm.
And that's the concept with math. Understand the pattern, know it, master it, and then move on to the next one. But I guess but the biggest thing is as a parent looking at it, other people's curriculum, it's hard to because you have life and stuff, right? You do your own thing. You don't I'm not saying you don't have the brain power, but it's not your priority. As a person who does a curriculum, that is should be their priority, understanding how a child should learn, not let's give them abstract learning. It's like, no, 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 no. Understand that there needs to be groundwork laid down before you can start anything.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that you're a bad parent. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's overwhelming as a parent, because when my kids were young, we were always doing all these things, and I'm like, just tell me what I need to do so I can tell my kid. So I feel like that the curriculums forget that parents don't have that luxury to be like, let me think of ways to teach my child, or what are they trying, you know what I mean? That's a lot of creativity, a lot of thinking. Like it's tiring. And as a parent of young children, there's not enough space and there's not enough time to be creative. Does that make sense?
It does.
So I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying it's just hard to take somebody else's curriculum if they don't break it down into small steps that for you as a parent to teach them.
Well, one of the things is also listening to the cues, you know,
Yes.
and that part. So,
Yeah.
and I do that most of the time. Because there were some other factors that were going on that I didn't really explain. And so it's okay to slow down.
It it's fine to slow down. It is to slow down, but I think there's a higher, a more conceptual thing that you're, because the curriculum is up here and you need help down here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And you as a parent thinking that those are incremental steps, it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's really hard to be like, because like when I was looking at this problem, when I was looking at the repeated addition problem, I was like, I sat with it for a couple of hours and I'm like, what are they trying to show? What are they trying to do? And then I started realizing, I was like, that's a lot of concepts. And for as a parent to break this down, you don't have time to do this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I think it's a disservice to you to be like, just show them this and they'll get it. I'm like, all right. I don't, okay. I don't know.
But I
Maybe I,
appreciate what you did because it was stuff that I didn't. I was like, well, the easiest way is just to show you the multiplication, but you're helping me. Well, he wasn't even ready for that yet either, and so the way that you did this was fabulous. They had one other problem,
yeah.
and they had how many 86s will get a 4 in the ones place when you add them.
Oh my God.
And so my thought process is, well, first of all, he needs to know what 6 times 4 is. So I thought it was a really plain poor question.
Yeah. I don't, how many fours?
86s. How many
Have,
86s get a 4 in the ones place?
so they need to do like this?
Yes.
Oh, to get the ones place.
Yeah, to get the 4 in the ones
Hundreds,
place.
tens, and ones. Oh my God. All right. So what do I do? That's a very bad question, but whatever. What I would do is, let's break it down. You could see it on the abacus, would be way better.
Mm-hmm.
86
Mm-hmm.
plus the 8 plus the 6 plus the 10 minus the, and then we do it again, plus the 10, 6, and then plus the 10 plus the 10 plus the 10 minus the 2, and then plus the 6 plus the 10 minus the, oh my God, that's a riddle. I don't know where riddles would come in.
I didn't like that because I thought that was I too complicated.
You you could try it, but I think I'd reword it differently.
Yeah,
So
their wording was very poor in that one.
yeah, so I would probably say, hey, Avram, how many repeated addition? I don't know if you want to use the same vocabulary. How many repeat addition do we need? If the number is 86, maybe
I
I'd
would have
make it
taken
smaller.
the 8 out and I would have just did the 6.
Yeah, maybe we do that. Yeah,
6. Yeah, I
yeah,
would have done that. Skip the 8 because the answer is what's in the ones place. So I would have
yeah.
6 plus 6. Oh, okay,
Or
6 plus
have
6 we
him
know
write
is
it.
12. Yeah.
Yeah, have him write it. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, you know that
Yeah,
6 plus 6 is 12. Okay, let's add another 6.
yeah, yeah,
Okay. And then, well, that's 18. Well,
yeah,
it's not 4. There's 4 isn't in the ones place. And then I would have done another 6.
yeah. Yeah, see, that's good. That's good breaking down. But
Hmm.
my other question would be, why do we need to do that?
I don't know. I don't know
It,
what their meaning behind that is.
yeah, I don't, why do I need to know yeah, why do I need to know where the four is and the one? Yeah, I don't,
I don't. I'm going to go back to because that's one of I'm going to go back to that, and
yeah,
I'm going to go back. I'm going to because they tell me which lesson I'm doing or what, and I'm going to go back in the book and see what because I don't quite understand their purpose in that principle.
yeah, yeah. See, that's the one I think where I would be is it's fine if it's a riddle. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
expand his thinking. Here's a riddle you try to figure out. Or is it a core concept that they're trying to like know how to do this because this is like for abacus, we all know the core concept is how to make a 5, how to make a 10. Know the core concepts, you're perfectly fine, right?
Mhm.
And so that's what I would like to know. Are they trying to teach it as a core concept, or is it just a thing that would just to expand their mind? I'm not, it's good if they want to try to expand their mind to show them, but I don't see what the pattern would be to know what the four ones are.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what to do with that.
Yeah. I'll send you the question a little bit better.
Yeah.
It's in it. That one was, and see, so if it kind of continues to kind of get this, because they're jumping pretty far ahead right now.
Yeah.
I might stop Beast Academy and just do their books instead of online, or I might be going to a totally different curriculum. So we'll see.
Yeah. Or you can let me know and I can try to break it down for you.
Okay, that was awesome with that one. That
Yeah,
was
I
totally
did.
awesome.
So yeah, because I had the two times table. Did he do the two times table multiplication pages?
I think I need to go back to it.
Okay. Yeah, have him do like I know I did puzzles. I know I did the mazes and stuff just to get him to, and it's good that he sees it. He sees
He's
that
done
he can.
that. He's done that part. He's done that
Oh,
part.
okay. So then what I can do is I can give you the nine times table and it's going to be like this. I'm just going to do this. Sorry, you're not seeing what I'm saying. I'm just going to do this. Not that one. This one. Are
Oh,
you okay
okay.
with this?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So then I'll give you this and then let me know if any of the let me know if any of the instructions doesn't make sense, obviously, because I just did it yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know. When did I send it to you?
Like yesterday morning or something like that, and I was like, huh, that's an interesting puzzle. So I started going down, and then I was like, that's not how I would teach it. Like, and that was the thing. Like, I wasn't sure. Did they teach this at all?
I'll go back. I'm trying to see if I can find it in my books. So I will go back and look at it.
Okay,
But
yeah,
yours is nothing. Theirs is nothing compared to what you have done. Okay, so you've broken it down, and I will go back and look in there because they have an answer key as well.
okay,
And so I will, and sometimes their answer key it doesn't make sense either, but I will go back and see. I'll have to go back. That
okay,
way, you know, I don't want to say that I'm discrediting them, but
No, no, no. It sometimes as curriculum writers, we forget, right?
yeah,
Because we're at mastery level. Have you ever heard of Malcolm Gladwell?
no,
He's an author who talks about like he makes observations, and there was this one observation he made. It was very interesting. There was two types of employees. One is the engineer who looks at the blueprints. Blueprints is what we call like abstract thinking, right? And then there's the plant manager who knows the function of the thing that they're doing, like a mechanical thing, right? So
yeah.
he's the plant manager. He knows the ins and outs of the mechanics of what we're trying to do. And so the plant manager is like, you know what? This thing doesn't work.
What's
And
his name? What's the guy's name?
Malcolm Gladwell.
Malcolm.
Yeah, Malcolm Gladwell. I love him. He's such a awesome, like, yeah. And so it was very interesting how the plant manager can tell you exactly, like, he can tell you exactly to the T where everything goes and everything fits. He knows ins and outs of what the blueprint says. And he says this piece doesn't work. So instead of the engineering be like, okay, let's go down to the plant and see what's wrong, the engineer would be like, okay, you know what? Let me rework the blueprint. And
Mm,
so that's the problem with the curriculum. They keep working and reworking the curriculum, but they never come down to what's happening at the plant level, what's happening at the fundamental level. And I think a lot of the curriculum writers, some of them don't even teach.
no,
Some of
no,
them
no.
have never taught a class. So they don't know the logistics of like how the kids are working. They just imagine, and because they know their stuff. So it might be that.
Wow. Yeah.
But I really like that analogy, and that was the one analogy is like I feel like that's what the curriculum writers of math are doing. Maybe that's
Hmm.
I see. I don't know. And having one student, having a child, like I had my one student. He was super good at like his number skills. He was fantastic, but it was hard to accommodate and really rework the information because he was so far ahead. But he's not like every other child. And so that's why it's good to have a mixture of kids, but being a parent of one child, you know what I mean? You're not going to have that different um, inputs, that different feedback.
True.
And it's
True.
the same thing with me. Like, I don't have a lot of kids. I don't have a lot of people helping me get the feedback that I would really enjoy. And that's why I enjoy having conversations with you. And just so you know, like it's been very beneficial of how I think and be able to really process it. So I'm not saying that I am I'm living in a vacuum. I'm living in isolation. I get feedback from you to be like,
Mhm.
how am I supposed to explain this better?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Right?
very much so. I mean, like for example, this is this is probably my last thing to because I have to get going. But
Yeah.
so when I was doing the I was doing the multiplication, and then I thought, okay, let me flip the multiplication because I thought, okay, I created my own two
Oh yeah.
times
Yeah.
98, and or I did it a 3 digit, of course.
Good. Good.
I could not do the division. I
Okay.
tried
Yep.
because I think it's because of the articulation and being out. I'm like, I'm going through the process, but I'm still don't know what I'm doing.
You you have to be careful with a division because it has to those questions at this time when you're learning, it has to be curated questions.
Well, there was
I wouldn't flip it.
there wasn't there wasn't any remainders in the problem. So
Doesn't matter.
what? Oh, then what does curated mean then?
The questions have to be very specific to the concept that's being taught. There's multiple concepts in division. There's a thing called um there's a thing called like you overestimate your quotient.
Okay.
So what I would do is because you're a beginner, I would make sure that you don't go into that scenario of overestimating the quotient.
Okay.
And that would be and that was one of the things that I would say be careful with. Be careful with that. So
Okay.
I can give you a list of curated questions if you're looking for that.
Yeah, that would
Okay.
be great. Um, I like that definition,
What's that?
what you gave. So it depends on the concept that you're teaching.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So
Okay.
division itself is a different concept altogether. One thing is to understand that when we do division, it is distributive property, and that's a huge concept that we don't even do anywhere. They do partial quotient is very different than distributive property division wise. Nobody in math world does division distributive property.
Like you're doing it.
Yeah. Well, like Abacus world.
Okay.
Abacus world, but I'm taking it down one more notch, whereas I'm focusing on the specific concept. Whereas in Abacus world, it's like, here's how you do division, and here's all the other questions. Whereas just like I do the multiplication, I very specific. I show you one times table, one times 3 digits times 1 digit, 2 digits times 1 digit. It's very, very specific. And then we go into, yeah. So I'm even taking Abacus world and I'm bringing it down into smaller steps.
Okay.
So that's what makes me different from everybody else.
Yeah. Well, that what you broke down today definitely shows you're definitely different than everybody else because you took the whole entire chart and you created a whole new different lesson plan and breaking it down. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting the format and fiddling around with it, I feel really good about it. There's a couple of things I'm going to add. There's and then yes, again, let me know if there's any instructions that you are questioning.
Mhm.
And let me know if I can make my questions better. Because obviously, when you see it on a video and I explain it to you, it's really easy. But translating that to a piece of paper is the next step.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This has been
Okay.
awesome. Thank you so much. This has been great. Oh, yes, it's been great. I appreciate everything that you do. So,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I'm learning. So I learned a lot today.
I hope so. I mean, I hope I'm helping you and not hurting you. That's the goal. I want to help.
Oh, you're helping. You're helping. And it just tells me to slow down and just one concept at a time. And and
If you
don't
can,
compare. I got to make sure I'm not comparing or worrying that, okay, he has to be at this particular point. And
oh yeah.
and I could do that very, what I may think. I mean, especially when he's showing all those signs of cognitive overload, because it was
Ah, yeah, yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Um, before we head out, when another thing is you could do is have him write the I was gonna give you a template. Have him write out the abacus formula before he does any adding and subtracting, and that might help him.
Okay.
That's what I noticed with one of my one student. He would always be overloaded and I couldn't understand why. And I realized it's because he doesn't know his formulas well. Like I thought he knew it, but
Mm-hmm.
he didn't. He can spout it off and stuff, but it's always nice that he can have him write it. Every time he does his math, have him write it and then he can refer back to it. Cause I had like little things that I made. Like I had these little flippy thingies, but I feel like having them write it is way better than having these little flippy thingies.
What if I played the game? I
You
wonder
could
if
try
he,
playing the game.
I
You
think
could try playing the game before he starts math.
Yeah, I think what I might do is just play a matching game or something, or go back to I think you have it somewhere on there. You had a matching thing. And I'm wondering if I just need to just do that a little bit.
But I don't know if I did it for the plus tens and minus tens.
No, it was only for the fives.
Yeah, do the matching game with the cards with the plus tens.
Okay.
But on top of that, I'd still have him write it out. Because it's nice to see and refer back to it as opposed to remembering it in your head.
Okay.
So
I'll do that.
you could try both, but
Mhm.
I would still lean on getting him to write it out. So I was going to do is I was going to send you a template, write the formulas. And
Okay.
so one do a one pager and have him just write it out.
You saw that one where he wrote that plus the 10 is plus the 5
Yes.
minus 4.
Yeah.
So I decided to not argue with him on it.
Oh, good.
And
Good.
and you saw that whole entire sheet. He
Yeah.
did the same thing. And
Yeah.
so then that's why I said, okay, Abram, show me what the minus the 1 is. So he circled the 5. That's minusing the 1 plus the
Yeah.
4. He
Yeah.
circled the 5. So when he was basically saying, Mom, when I minus the 5, I'm minusing the 1. That's what he
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah.
So I just like, I'm not going to fight it with you then.
Yeah. Yeah. He's understanding as he's internalizing it. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But yeah, I that's how yeah, so just yeah, that's how Abacus World does it.
yeah.
So
But yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. And I started share that that's what he did when he was really stressed out. He grabbed out his +5 book and did it. And so we're good. So,
yeah. It,
and he was adding one of those things in there and he's like, wait a minute, something, I think there was a small little error. And I
yeah.
said, don't worry, we all make errors. It's okay. You just move on. You recognize the small little error that I don't know what page it was. It don't matter. It's all good. So, but it got him to calm down. So
Good. Good.
yeah. Thank
Good.
you so much. I really enjoyed these times and I look forward to next Thursday. And so I'll
Yeah,
be
you're
good.
welcome. You're welcome. I do appreciate it. And it just again, it as a parent going through other people's curriculum, it's hard to figure out. And so I don't know how you would take a step back and be like, okay, why maybe that's the question. Why are we learning this and what is the purpose? Maybe that's the question you need to ask.
Okay, I'll have that in mind.
Yeah, maybe that would be a better way to like regulate like how they're doing it.
Instead of saying, okay, let's move on to the next lesson or the next,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, really,
Yeah.
really think things through. So yeah, like I said, I might do Beast Academy and I might just totally drop them and
Yeah.
do a different thing. So
It also does depend on like how much time you have to think about their concepts that they're trying to get you to know.
yep,
You know what I mean? Like you yourself could be overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I think if you get to that point, like, I don't know what I'm doing here, I think you need to not do it.
reevaluate. Yeah,
Yeah,
reevaluate.
reevaluate. Like when you have time to reevaluate what they're trying to ask.
I will do that.
Maybe that would be a good maybe that would be a good signal for you. If you are overwhelmed, then it'd be like, you know what? Let me come back to that when I have more time to digest of what they're trying to explain.
Yeah,
If you have
yeah.
that time.
I understand sometimes their books a little bit more
Okay.
because they do have their books and they have two sections. One's a comic and they kind of
Oh yeah.
explain you things, and then you have the practice. And in the
Yeah.
practice, they also explain things too. So I will look for that so I can tell you a little bit more of what they were trying to explain. So
Okay. Okay.
this
It,
was this was a computer problem that I
yeah.
had, and so that
Yeah. It's a computer problem. And then the problem with that is there's no context.
yes, there was
And
not.
I think that might be another issue with the application,
Yep.
unless they slowly show you step by step. Because obviously, because I'm assuming I'm assuming that they want you to do the book and then use the computer as a reinforcement.
You can choose either or.
Okay, then I don't know.
You
Then I
can
don't.
choose the books, or you can choose the lessons online, or you can choose both. I have both. So if there's something I'm not understanding, then I go refer to the books and I read what they're trying to say. And then we go and sometimes work the same similar problem in the book that is on the computer, but you have all the explanation there. And they give you an explanation of a problem at the very beginning. It's pretty big. They tell you what you're in, and then you have about 8 problems you got to work that has that same pattern. But that one, I'd have to go back and look. So I could do that. But
Okay. I
yeah,
wonder if even though so I do explanation as well, but I ask you questions. And I think that's the difference how I do it.
yeah, you were asking questions on there.
So did they ask questions as well?
I'd have to go back and look.
Okay. So maybe it's the style as well. I don't know.
It
Yeah,
could
take a
be.
look at it and analyze it and let me know. But I think the difference between what I was doing and what they were doing is I don't tell you I don't explain and then hope that you understand because I don't want passive learning. I want active learning.
Uh-huh.
And and that's the other problem that curriculums have is there's active learning and there's passive learning.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a lot of I mean, don't forget though, I have time now. My boys are old, so I've been thinking about this a lot. This is
Oh, okay.
this is all I do, right? And
Right.
so even like when I do my social media posts, when I do and I keep figuring out like what's the difference between everything. And it's always been, but I have time on my hands as I try to build out my curriculum.
Yeah. So,
So
well, I would be glad to come up with questions. There's
yeah,
concepts and stuff
yeah.
like that. So,
Or yeah, or any questions that you get stumped on, like just this one
mhm,
right here. If is it okay for me to post it in the community?
mhm,
Okay. So I
mhm.
will take your screenshot, I'll put it in the community and I'll explain, and then I'll send over the multiplication. I'll put it in the multiplication course.
Okay. Okay. That'd be
Mm,
great.
yeah, so I think I'm gonna focus on the nine times. You said 9 times table, so I'll focus on the 9 times table. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I was just thinking like it was such a good question, but it was just like but it
Well,
it it was nice because it had me thinking and I'm like, how would I do it? And this is what I would do.
I love how you do it. So very, very, very detailed and write down. Yeah, I can't explain it, but it was awesome. So we'll leave it at
Thank
that.
you.
So
Thank you. Thank you. And I will see you next week.
see you next week.
I
Thank
always
you.
look I always look forward to like questions.
Oh,
I
you
was like,
always look forward to my questions?
I do. I go, did she ask any questions? What's going on? But there was nothing until yesterday. I was like,
Okay,
so
okay. I will keep that in mind. I do always have questions, but that was a good one.
yeah, I enjoy like I'm always like looking to see if you have any questions. And so even though, yeah,
So if
even
I
though like
can't put it in the community, I'll figure out what's wrong with my end. I will email it to you.
okay, yeah, let me know because when I look at it, it looks like you can post it and stuff. And so I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Um, yeah, you might want to try to log out and re-log in, not create a new profile, but just re-log in because it might be like a token problem.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.